chapter 27. So no, I said, what are you doing? Why are you locking me up in this room? I said, I'm not consenting to any of this. I said, you're locking me in this room without me consenting. I said, I'm not sure what you're doing. This is not VIP. This is not where my dad, I'm here to see my dad. My dad told me that I can see him when I get here and I was supposed to come backstage. You're locking me into a room against my will. I'm trying to come out to go to open the door. He stand at the door blocking me from coming out of the room. And I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? So he's like, calm down. He's coming. I said, do not touch me. Don't touch. Do not come nowhere close to me. Do not come nowhere close to me. He said, calm down, calm down. I'm not going to touch you. I'm not going to hurt you or anything. I was told I'm following what was requested of me. So I'm following protocol. I was told to have you stay in this room. I said, who told you that? Who told you to do that? Because that's not, I know it's not my dad. Because my dad told me on the phone that he's waiting to see me tonight and he's happy to see me, and he gave me the back pass to come here to be in VIP with him. This is a room you have me locked up in, and you need to let me out right now. He said, no, I was told to keep you here. I said, who told you that? He said, his wife. I said, his wife? I said, his wife told you to lock me up in this room. Mr. Let me out of this bomber clot right now. That's me. Mr. Let me out of this bomber clot right now. I was losing my shit in there, and he was just sitting there, and he put the chair at the door and sit at the door. And I'm like, okay, so he's setting me up to bodily harm him so I could be in trouble. So I thought about that, and I said, me no dumb. Me no idiot. You think me I gonna put my hand on you? This me talking to myself in my head. And I'm like, I am not going to be putting my hands on you. Like, me not gonna get set up in here today. It's not happening. Me not get set up. So me sit there and me I look and me said, I said, my dad is performing. I need to go see my dad perform. I said, even if you don't want me in the backstage, let me go back to where with my friends so I could watch my dad perform. I want to watch my dad perform. It's like, I was told to keep you in this room. I said, by his wife, not by him. She was pregnant at the time. At that time, she was pregnant. Because I remember seeing her and she had a little belly. She was pregnant at that time. And this was 2005. This was 2005. And I was in there and I wanted to hurt that man. I wanted to hurt that man. I was sitting there and I was I can feel myself again because I'm reliving this. And I hear my father performing, and I'm like, I am so angry right now because he's performing songs that I really love. He's performing Rebel in Me, and I'm sitting here in this little room being locked up, and I was like, I cannot believe this. And I was like, please let me out. I'm not going to go into that room. I just want to see my dad perform. Please. I'm pleading now with this man. And he's like, I'm sorry. I am sorry in his English accent. I'm sorry. I can't let you out this room. I have to follow what she told me to do. And I'm like, this bumbleclot woman must be a witch, because I know how you so afraid of this rascalot woman. Like, I'm like, me not afraid of nobody. Like, who the fuck? I was like, who is she? Who is she to tell me I can't watch my dad perform? What is this all about? What is this all about? Why does she feel she has the power to stop me from seeing my dad? You know, I was just started to get angry saying all this thing to him. Like, who does she think she is? Who did she think she is? Then I hear the song, Bongo Man has gone, come. And I was like, that's my song. I love that song. That's my song. And I said, my dad is about to come off stage. I said, that's his closeout song. I need to see my dad. Let me just go see him perform the song. Please. Please. I hope you are prepared. The Bongo Man is here. And I'm just like, please, let me go see my dad. Please, I'm begging you. Bongo Man has come. And I'm like, please, I'm begging you, sir. Please, I'm begging you. I'm sorry. I'm apologizing to him. I'm so sorry, sir. I just want to see my dad. I just want to see my dad. That's all. I said, I don't want nothing. I said, I want nothing. I just want to see my dad. I just want to hold my dad. I just want to give him a hug. And I started to cry. He would not let me out the room. I hear the song completed. I hear the kettle drum playing. And I hear him saying, thank you, and the crowd going off, and I'm like, he's leaving. I said, no, you make me miss the whole show. I said, you make me miss the whole show. And I was like, in my mind, I just wanted to just become this freaking jaguar and jump in this man and rip him bumbleclaw throat out, because I was just like, dude. And I was like, no, don't even know. And I was just like, he said, it's like he's looking at, like he's counting, like I could see, like he's like saying, okay, within 5 minutes he's gonna exit the building, and then I could let her out. And I said, he's leaving, let me out, my dad is leaving. You're not going to make me see my dad? Is this the plan? You're not making me see my dad? So I think he was like you could see, like he's like, it would take him this time to exit the building. So then he opened the door, and I run past him. I saw the bodyguards around my dad. I grab my dad onto his arms, and I'm holding onto him, and the bodyguard pushed. I said, do not touch me. I said, do not touch me. I said, this is my dad. Do not touch me. And I'm holding on to my dad's arm because nobody's touching me. Nobody. I don't care who you could be, have the biggest gun. No. I just was locked up in a goddamn room, and what? So when I said, this is my dad, and I put my arm, enclosed my arm, like, you know, when you like he's walking you down the aisle, that's how I enclosed my arms in his, and I'm holding on to my dad. And I said, Dad, Baba, it's me, it's Kadisha. But it's like my dad was in this trance, like he's robotical, like he's just walking, like he's not hearing me. And so the guy was like, I'm sorry, okay. And so I hold on, and I was walking through the crowd, and I'm saying, Baba, it's me, it's Kadisha. And I start shaking him. And I'm like, what the hell is happening? And I'm like, what the hell is happening? Why is he not responding to me? I'm like, is there a spell on him? Like, I was just like, I cannot believe this. I'm like, is there a spell on my dad? Is there a spell on my dad? I'm shaking him. And I'm like, Dad, he's walking right through the door. And he's walking to the car, to get into the car, and I'm not allowing him to get into the car. So I stand in front of him, and I put my arms around him. And by this time, the crowd was watching, but I was shut off from the crowd because I was more concerned to trying to figure out what kind of spell is on my dad, because I was just this is not normal. that he's walking in a, like he's in a trance. And I'm like, this is not normal. Like, he's in a trance. Like, this is not normal. Like, he's not responding. He's just walking straight to the car. Like, he's in a trance. And I was like, no. Something isn't right. And so I wasn't even paying attention to the crowd. It was just me and him in our world right now. And I'm like, and then when I got, and I was like, my heart is going to give up now because it looked like he's going to get in the car and I'm not going to have any response from him. I hear the crowd start saying, Jimmy Cliff, your daughter is trying to talk to you. Jimmy Cliff, your daughter is trying to talk to you. Like everyone's voice in a unison. Just chanting, Jimmy Cliff, your daughter is trying to talk to you. Jimmy Cliff, your daughter is trying to talk to you. And then it's like, that's what woke him up. And he looked at me and I was like, I looked at him, but I didn't want it to look like, oh my God, like he snapped out of or whatever. I just grabbed him and hold him. And I hugged him as tight as I could. And I whispered into his ears and I said, no matter what, I will always love you. No matter what, I will always love you. Please remember that. Please remember that. And then the rain came down, started coming down on us, like out of nowhere. The sprinkle of rain came down on us. And I squeezed him. And I kissed him on his cheek and walked away. And the tears was just coming out my eyes. I couldn't control it. Sorry. Like I am right now. And they were like, go with your dad. Go with your dad. And I was just like, I just blocked everybody out. I wasn't listening because I decided that this is it. This will be the last time. I'm not going to go through this pain ever again. And I was walking down the road and my friends were running after me and said, what happened? I thought you were backstage with your dad. What happened? And I didn't tell them anything, that I was locked into our room. I didn't tell them anything. I was just walking and the tears uncontrollably just streaming out of my eye. And they're like, why didn't you just go with him? You miss him. Why didn't you just go in the car with him and go to the hotel with him? It's not too late. We could drop you off at the hotel. Is that what it is? You miss him so bad you're crying? Because they had no idea. They had no idea what I just endured. And the pain that I was carrying all these years. They didn't understand because I've never told them. I've never shared. And I went home and I went into depression. I locked myself in that room. That was the Friday night. Saturday, Sunday, called out sick from work Monday. And I couldn't. I never ate. I was just crying that whole entire time. My friend came knocking on my door, trying to see if they could get me to come out, and I never came out. I never answered anybody. I refused every phone call that I was getting. I decided when I got up, I was never going to contact my dad again. I was just going to leave that behind me and move on with my life. I'm 25 years old, and that was my decision.